Testing 1, 2, 3. Testing 1, 2, 3. Okay. Hey there, Frodo. Time for Xion Hugging Simulator 2019. Well, today we're going to be doing some reading, so that's going to be fun. So in 358 on the DS, so the way it worked in that game is that as you progressed, you would see Roxas's diary entries like slowly fill in, and when you completed the game, you would unlock these secret reports here, and they are actually written not by Roxas, but they're written by various people from the organization. And yeah, so something they have to do here is that something they haven't done in the HD collection or in the original game is that they don't specify who's talking in those secret reports. So I'm just gonna do a quick check on who's reading what, so that I could say who it is, you know. Yo there, Rosef. Okay, let's just check this out. There is probably a good, I'm trying to find just like a list of like who says what. It shouldn't be that hard to find. I mean, I'm sure I could infer, but I'd rather just know I'd rather just know for sure, like with confirmation. Oh yep, here we go. Cool. Alright. So the first thing that we're going to do is that we're going to read the diary entries of Roxas. And after that we're going to read these secret reports here, which do offer a lot of very interesting insight into some of the characters. So let's start off with Roxas's diary here. Day 7, meaning... Oh no, that's the report. Shit. Here's Roxas's diary here. Entry 1, Day 7. It's been a week since I got here. Syax told me to keep a diary, but he said nobody would check it. What am I supposed to write about? Today they told us to go to the round room where we met our new member, number 14. Was I like that when I first got here? I think I was, but I don't recall too well. Day 8. Entry 2. Me and Axel went to Twilight Town for today. He taught me a lot. Before we RTC'd, we swung by the clock tower and had some sea salt ice cream. Axel called it the icing on the cake after a successful mission. Well, except there was no cake, just the ice cream. Day 9, Entry 3. The past few days, the other members have been showing me how to fight and do mission stuff. They also told me more about the organization and about myself. Oh shit, wait. Yeah, okay. I still don't really get what a heart is, but apparently it's a vital piece of who I am. So I've decided to cooperate. If I collect enough hearts, I can complete Kingdom Hearts. Then I'll be whole. Day 14, Entry 4. Me and Axel went on a mission to Twilight Town. Afterwards, we went and had ice cream again up on the clock tower. He said friends do stuff like that, or they laugh together. So does that mean me and him are friends? Day 15, entry 5. The other members have been teaching me more about how to fight and stuff. It's going, I guess. Every day after work, I've been meeting Axel at the clock tower to have sea salt ice cream. It really is salty, but still sweet too. How come it tastes so familiar? Day 22, entry 6. Axel is going to some place called Castle Oblivion. He told me because we're friends. He had to go home early to get ready, and after he left, I noticed the word winner on my ice cream stick. I wonder what I won. I'll ask him when I see him tomorrow. Day 23, entry 7. Axel left before I woke up this morning. I never got to ask him about the ice cream stick. I was partnered up with number 14 for today's mission. Shion wore a hood the whole time and wouldn't say a word to me. Come to think of it, I didn't have a whole lot to say either. Afterwards, I went and had ice cream by myself. Day 24, entry 8. I teamed up with number 14 again for today. We finally talked a little. Shion even said my name for the first time. Afterwards, I had ice cream by myself again. The lady at the shop said you could trade the winner stick for an extra bar, but I can't eat more than one. Day 25, entry 9. Today was my third day with Shion. I've gotten to know a little more about her. That's right, she's a girl with black hair, and she can use the Keyblade, just like me. I took her out for ice cream afterwards, but I'm saving the winner stick. Axel deserves a reward when he gets back. Shion wants to have ice cream with us from now on. Maybe we'll be friends. She is pretty cute. Day 26, how long? What is pretty cool is that, so like, the way that he words the entries here kind of shows how he's, like how his, character is, like, very, like, slowly changing. Because now it's not simply just, like, a random entry, like, now he's, like, starting to have the, entries have their own unique titles. Day 26, how long? I only remember part of this day. I heard someone sent to Castle Oblivion was terminated. Sayak said it may have been Axel. I tried to ask Xigbar about it on the day's mission, and he said nothing's left of nobody's once we're gone, because we have no hearts to leave behind. I don't recall much after that. They say I collapsed and wouldn't wake up. Day 50, she owns seashells. I must have missed a lot. It's like I had the longest dream. I woke up to find a bunch of I woke up to find a bunch of seashells by my pillow. I counted them, one for each day they said I was asleep. I was wondering who left them there. But then when I got to the clock tower, Shion gave me another one. I held up to my ear and I could hear the ocean. Why did it sound so familiar? The stuff that I dreamt about felt strangely familiar too. I recall being in a white room with someone the same age as me wearing red clothes, and then he sort of disappeared into the white. And there was a girl's voice. She said she knew I'd be snoozing. Why would she know that? The voice was a little like Shion's. Day 51, annihilated. It sounds like the worst has come to pass. The whole CO team wiped from existence. It's hard to come to grips with the idea that Axel is gone. I feel choked up? I don't know what you'd call it. I've never had this kind of sensation. I went up to the clock tower to have some ice cream, but no one else showed up. Day 52, ice cream alone. I sit up on the clock tower, but no one comes. Not Axel, not even Shion. That weird lump in my throat won't go away. Something else is bothering me. This is gonna sound crazy. And a good thing that this is a private diary, but these pictures keep flashing through my head. Not all the time, just sometimes. Ever since I collapsed. It happens when I'm awake too, on missions, so I don't think it's a dream. Where are the pictures coming from? Oh yeah, so in the game, there will be these like random times when you're like just like playing, or like you're in a cutscene, and because the DS has 2 screens, right? But what happens is that on the top screen, you'd see like the game, and you see Roxas like playing, or talking, right? And on the bottom screen, you'd see like you see a moving image that would like flash by like every like 10 seconds, and it would show Sora doing the same thing as Roxas, which is pretty cool. Day 71. Axel's back. After work, Axel turned up. And just like that, out of nowhere. I didn't know what to say. I thought we'd lost him for good. We went up to the clock tower and talked for a while. I told him about Shion. The choked up sensation has gone away. Day 72. Ice cream with Axel. Me and Axel went to Agrabah. He seems different now that he's back from CO. Ice cream was just the 2 of us for today. I wonder when me and Axel and Shion will all get to have ice cream together. He talked with Axel about his girlfriend. Yeah. Day 73. Where's Shion? After I finished my mission, I wanted all 3 of us to have ice cream, but I couldn't find Shion. It's been at least 10 days since I've last seen her. Axel said he'd ask Sayax what was going on. Speaking of Axel, I didn't see him at the clock tower for today. Day 74, the 3 of us. My job today was to help Axel find Shion. It turns out she had gone missing, but we managed to find her. We finally got to all have ice cream together, which was quite nice, but Shion can't use her Keyblade anymore. Axel says friends help each other, so I'm going to go on missions with her until she calls how to use the Keyblade herself. Day 75. Inseparable. Me and Shion are working together now. The genie we met in Agrabah said he and his friend Al are inseparable. Axel told us that the best friends can be inseparable, even if they're not always together, but it sounded like he wasn't too sure about it himself. I thought Axel knew everything. Oh well. That reminds me, those weird pictures flashed through my head again while I was in Agrabah. The guy in red I wrote about before, has he been to Agrabah or something? Day 94. Kingdom Hearts. Xemnas summoned us. Nothing he says ever makes sense to me. He showed us Kingdom Hearts, a big heart-shaped moon floating up there in the night sky, and said the human heart will never have power over us. Great, I guess? So why are we trying to get hearts again? Axel said I'll understand better once I have a heart, but I'm not so sure. I went to Agrabah today with Shion. We make a pretty good team now. Afterwards, me and Axel talked about us and the other buddies. The ones who make it into the organization are powerful enough to keep their memories, but me and Shion can't recall our paths. What was I like? Day 96. Out of trouble. Today's mission was with Shion in Beast Castle. I tried loaning her my Keyblade and she had no problem using it. That meant I had to fight without it, but we got the job done. Afterwards, Shion recalled how to summon her own Keyblade, so I guess we're out of trouble. When we were done, we all had ice cream together. Day 97, our place. Every day after work, the three of us have been going to our place on top of the clock tower to have ice cream. We don't talk about much, but I wouldn't miss these conversations for the world. I wonder if Axel and Shion feel the same way. Do the other organization, do the other members in the organization have their own routines? It's hard to picture. Day 117, special nobodies. Today it was me and Xigbar. Axel and Shion went out on their own mission. I ship it too. Xigbar told me that Shion and me are exceptional. You know, like special nobodies, because we can use the Keyblade? Work dragged on late, so I didn't make it up to the clock tower. I wonder if Shion and Axel made it. Those pictures started flashing through my head again on the mission. The boy in red. What's it all about? Maybe when Xigbar called me special, he meant crazy. Seriously though, is Shion experiencing the same thing as me? It feels weird to ask. Day 118. Vacation. Today was my first vacation ever. I didn't know what to do with it. Axel said to do what I like, but all I like is having ice cream with my friends, so that's what I ended up doing. Axel leaves tomorrow for some kind of mission, which reminds me I still haven't given him the winner stick yet. Day 119. Something to protect. Axel has been gone forever. It's just been me and Shion at the clock tower. While me and Xaldin explored Beast's castle, we found something he wants to protect. Xaldin says that's a weakness, but I'm not so sure. What does it mean to care about something that much? I don't, so it's hard to wrap my head around the whole idea. Day 149. Winner. Today's mission took me to a new world. It was a weird place. I was up on the clock tower afterwards when Axel turned up after being away forever. He said he finished that long mission, but this time Shion didn't show. I was going to give Axel the winner stick, but I should wait until I get another one. It wouldn't be fair to leave Shion out. Day 150. Too precious to lose. Shion didn't come to the clock tower again today. She and Saïx had some kind of argument. Axel and I talked for a while about the things we can't bear to lose. Axel thinks that for nobodies, it's our past, because that's all we have to recall the pain of losing something. I don't recall my past, but the idea of losing the present, Axel or Shion, scares me. Day 151. What makes us different? I ran into Shion in Twilight Town. I guess she messed up a mission pretty bad the other day, and it's been bugging her. We went up to the clock tower afterwards. See, she said me and her are different, which is pretty obvious if you look at us. But I don't think that's what she meant. A lot seems to be on her mind, and it's not the same as what's on mine. Day 152. I don't get it. I think Shion might be mad at me, but I don't know why. Axel says girls are complicated. You can't press the wrong buttons. Like I'm supposed to know what the right ones are. They are pretty damn different. Day 153. No taste for it. You don't want to hug Roxas, man? Feels bad. It's hard spending time with Shion and Axel seems busy too. I've been having ice cream alone, but it's just not the same. All I taste is the salt, and my hands get all sticky. It's like I'm going through the emotions of eating it, just so I could throw the stick out and get on with life. I must have had about 100 of these things, and I still haven't found another winner. I never did find a way to ask Shion about the pictures that go through my head. I don't really know what to do about anything right now. So that's good. There is a meme when so whenever Roxas says ice cream in his diary, people like to replace that with sex. And that's a pretty big meme. Day 171. What is love? Baby, don't hurt me. On my mission at Beastsome Castle, Zaldin told me about love and the special power it has over people. I tried to ask Axel about it, but his explanation didn't make any sense to me. Every time I ask him about this kind of thing, he just tells me I have to have a heart to understand. It's like he's dodging the questions. Day 172. Shion's collapsed. Shion failed her mission and now she's in a deep sleep. I thought they were lying to me when they told me, but I just went to go see her and she really was just asleep. I left a seashell by her pillow like she did for me. Sayax hates her. I don't know why. Maybe he knows more about her than the rest of us do. Those pictures flashed through my mind again on today's mission. The same boy in red as usual. I guess he's been to Wonderland. I'm still trying to figure out what it is I'm seeing. Day 173. Picking up the slack. I've decided to work harder while Shion is asleep to pick up some of the slack. Axel said he asked Sayax about her, but no dice. He did say that Sayax was having second thoughts about calling her broken, though. I just hope we can all get this drama ironed out soon, so she doesn't have to wake up to it. Day 174. Seashells for her. Shion hasn't woken up, but I'm still pulling double duty to make up for it. Me and Axel talk about the dumbest stuff now. Afterwards, we head back to the castle, and I leave a seashell by Shion's pillow. It would please me to see her smile when she finds them. The pictures flash through my head again on Neverland. And when I flew, it felt like I'd done it prior. Has the guy in red flown before? Is that it? Day 193. Best friends. Shion's awake now. The three of us were going to go get some ice cream after the mission, but she passed out again, so we had to go take her home. I talked with Axel in her room until she woke up. He said the three of us were best friends, inseparable. So, like, the thing with the thing with shipping in Kingdom Hearts, right, is that the only, like, real ship I could tell you for certain is canon is Sora and Kairi. Sora and Kairi is, like, they, like, throw it in your face, like that is canon. Now, Roxas, there's a couple of confusing things with how Roxas is, so, like... Okay, so, like... I'm sure you got the vibe, like, back in Kingdom Hearts 2, like, how Roxas and Naminé, like, they were kind of a thing, I guess, because of how Sora and Kairi were, right? So that was a ship, but in this game, like him and like Shion is like hardcore. Like they really want you to. So like, I guess you could go like either like there is a ship with Roxas that kind of makes the most sense, and you'll see as we progress which ship that is. But yeah, I don't know. I prefer to ship him with Shion because to me that makes the one makes the most sense, because they spent time together for a fucking year, you know, as opposed to him and Naminé, who are kind of just like there because they kind of have to be there. Day 194, even far apart. We've all started going back to our usual spot after work. Sometimes Axel and Shion are there waiting for me. Oh, and other times I get there first. Things have gotten busier for us, so we can't all make it every day. But even if they're not there, at least now it seems like we're together again. I wonder if it seems that way to them too. Day 224. What's gotten into her? I think something's wrong with Shion. Is she not feeling well again? Axel said we should all go to the beach next time we have a vacation. I think he senses something is wrong too. That's why he said the beach, to make her feel better. Day 225. Something must be wrong. She likes you after all. Okay, now I'm really worried about Shion. I told Axel, but all he said was that she'll get through it. He knows something is wrong. I bet he's just telling me that to put my mind at ease. Well, it's not working. Day 255. Now Axel's acting weird. I had ice cream with Axel after work today, but Shion didn't show. Axel said she got set on an important mission, but he wouldn't look me in the eye when he said it. I've been wondering what's wrong with Shion all this time, but now that I stop and think about it, Axel's not himself either. Day 256. Shion's gone missing. Shion has gone missing, but nobody said anything about her being hurt, so that's good, I guess. Did she run off? It doesn't make any sense though. Xemnas told us not to go after her. The way Saïx explained it, it's almost like they don't think she's worth getting back. What's going on? Day 257. He's avoiding me. I want to talk to Axel about Shion, but I can't seem to get 10 seconds with the guy. What am I supposed to do? I can't believe he's avoiding me. We're supposed to be friends. Day 276. By the sea. How often he says Shion in the reports? Oh my god. I don't recall much about today's mission, just that it was by the beach. Or was it? The mission didn't even feel real. Me and Axel agreed to start looking for Shion tomorrow. Day 277. No sign of her. I've looked everywhere for Shion in every world, but there's just no sign of her. Where is she, and why did she leave the organization? I don't get it. Any of it. Day 296. Castle Oblivion. There's one place we haven't checked it yet to see if Shion's there. Castle Oblivion. When I brought up with Axel, he surprised me by saying that CEO is where Shion comes from. I guess he just found out himself. Is that where she is? Day 297. Who is that guy? I went to Castle Oblivion to find Shion, but I don't recall anything about it. Axel said I collapsed as soon as I got there. I woke up in Twilight Town, and incredibly enough, Shion was there. But she wasn't alone. There was this guy with her. and he was wearing the organization's coat. I could tell by his build that he wasn't one of us though, so who is he? Day 298, some other way. I don't believe it. Axel attacked Shion. There had to have been some other way. I know she's acting weird, but I hardly recognize Axel these days either. What's going on through their heads? I feel so left out. Day 299. Day 299. Sora? Xemnas told me that Sora is the connection between me and Shion. But just who exactly is Sora? Day 300. No words. For the first time in a while, the three of us met up on the clock tower. None of us really knew what to say. We used to talk each other's ears off, but I guess those days are gone. So much has happened lately that I have been forgetting to write about these pictures in my head. Now it happens even when I'm not on missions, more often too. They even show up in my dreams. Shion told me she has dreams too. Is all this connected? Day 301, my dream. I dream all the time now, but I don't sleep well. I wake up tired every day. I guess that makes them nightmares, not dreams. Shion and Axel don't come to the clock tower anymore. I thought maybe if I got everything off my chest with them, I might stop having the nightmares. But so much for testing that theory. Day 321, no energy left. I feel so tired, almost disconnected from my body. The dreams have gotten stranger. Now I wake up with water on my cheeks. I don't know how it got there, but I think there's something really wrong with me. Today I was teamed up with Shion. She seems to be in a lot better shape than me. We had ice cream together, something we hadn't done in a while. Day 322, another dream. I had another dream. My head feels heavy. I want to have ice cream with Shion and Axel again. Day 352, us and the sunset. Me and Shion and Axel had ice cream. The sunset was beautiful. I don't have to write anything else down because I'll never forget this day. Day 353, broken trust. Axel let Shion leave the organization like he wanted her to go. She's a puppet? A mirror that reflects me? He's talking nonsense. I can't trust him anymore. Day 354. Who am I? I don't understand the organization. I don't understand Axel. I understand myself least of all. Why do I keep coming back to this castle? Me and Shion are special, connected by Sora. If she's a puppet, maybe I am too. I don't know what I am. Day 355. I am. I have to know who I am. I am done with this. Day 357. 3 again? I'm going to set Kingdom Hearts free and find my way to Sora. I'm going to get Shion back. The three of us will have ice cream together again. I know it. And that is the final entry for Roxas's diary. Oh boy, that's a lot of reading. Okay. So, I have a question, guys. So this is going to be a very short stream once I finish reading these, so do you want to start Birth by Sleep 2, like today, or should we just wait for tomorrow or Friday? So let's start off with the secret reports here. Days. Yeah. So I'm gonna. So now, the game doesn't tell you who is talking in these, but I have a thing but I do have a thing online that does tell me. So here we have day 7, meaning, and this is written by Xemnas. A name defines an object, describes the span of it, gives it purpose. We embarked upon the replica program to ensure our power stays ours. Now our shadow puppet, number 1, still lives. It needs a name. Something to define it, to give the hollow vessel purpose. Oops. There we go. Let me just check this for a second. Okay. Day 8, Roxas. This is written by, this is written by, Axel. Seems like we're getting new members every day. Number 13 was a boy, Roxas. Now we've got a number 14, Shion. Today's mission was to show Roxas the ropes. I feel like they've had me babysitting him since he got here. He's not a bad kid, but he's spacey. Good fighter though. At least I won't be bored. Day 9, on track. This is written by Syax. Shion is being monitored. Roxas, meanwhile, has begun his training exercises. It is imperative that we keep Shion from having undue contact with Roxas until we are certain it will perform as expected, which will take another 10 days if Vexen's convictions are to be trusted. As for the Keyblade Master, Marluxia will no doubt be keeping an eye on him. Day 14. This kid? This is written by Axel. Another mission with Roxas for today. Is he seriously my responsibility? At least he's starting to talk like a normal person. Maybe that means his memories coming back too. Still, this kid's supposed to be the Keyblade Master's nobody? I don't see it. Day 15. How dare they? This is written by Larxene. Ugh, how dare they shut me out of monitoring the Keyblade Master, and then send me off to teach that half-baked nobody basic magic. I should have had him light me on fire. It won't be long now, though. Once I'm over at CEO, our plan goes into action. No more playing nanny, ever. Day 22, Castle Oblivion. This is written by Axel. They push up the CEO plans. Our little hero with the key must have made a move. Me and his nobody have been meeting up for ice cream the last few days. Not the best conversationalist, but at least he's mastered a few facial expressions besides doom and gloom. I told him about CEO, but he didn't seem to follow. I guess that's understandable. Day 23. Research entry 326. This is written by Vexen. The program is largely on target. Number I, my finest replica, has proven an even greater success than anticipated. I intend to take the other vessel, judged unfit for number status, to Castle Oblivion, where I will subject it to further testing. One thing is clear: could these replicas not be classified as a special sort of nobody? Day 24, The Upper Floors. This is written by Zexion. Marluxia has succeeded in leading the Keyblade Master to the castle. I sense multiple threads at work, but details on each of the projects are scarce. I suspect some alleged organization projects are secretly private machinations. Marluxia seems especially suspect. Day 25, Holoties. This is written by Lexius. Pressing Zexion for answers would be a waste of time. I know that, but this dearth of information is hard to accept. What's happening on the upper levels? What ought we be doing down here? They hug their truths close and leave the rest of us to go speculate. Zexion talks of the bond we share as an organization, but how could such a thing even exist? Still, he remains the only one I can trust. Day 26. Axel's actions. Simple deductions. Oh yeah, so this is written by Zexion. Simple deduction suggests Axel's outwardly inscrutable actions are the result of some directive from Syax. Why else eliminate Vexen? He simply wanted to do research. Did we all not stand to gain from the fruits of his program? What is Axel thinking? Day 27. Organization Dog. This is written by Marluxia. Axel is in the way, though I don't know if he's aware of our plot. Vexen had no part in our plans. Why eliminate him? Assuming Axel's orders were to root out traitors to the organization. Discerning his motives merits our full attention. Okay, so I'll be back in a second. Okay, I'm back, guys. Ayo! Okay. I got some food here, but it's very hot, so I'm gonna do some reading. Day 28. Dealing with the traitors. This is written by Axel. I've uncovered most of what I need to know about the replica program, but where's the other one? I can't find any trace of it. And Vexen was caught in the middle. Unpitiable, but unavoidable. I couldn't risk his program falling into their hands. Of greater concern are the traitors, not the obvious turncoats, but the ones who will get in my way. The Keyblade Master is not our enemy. Day 50. Strange feeling. This is written by Shion. Roxas woke up today. I think he was dreaming this whole time. Being with him feels strange. Being with him feels strange, familiar, like listening to the waves crash up against the shore. But why? Day 51. Measures must be taken. This is written by Syax. The replica program continues apace, but something has gone wrong in Castle Oblivion. Dusks returned with word that none of those we dispatched survived. But the news came in fragments. I still know too little to extract the truth. I doubt that Axel would be among those lost, but I must plan for the worst. First, I must locate the Keyblade Master. Day 52, another mission. This is written by Axel. I've lost track of the Keyblade Master and the other intruders. I'm the only one left in the castle. Everyone else has been destroyed. My orders were to end the traitors, but I think by this point, I fit that bill better than anyone. There's one last thing I have to look into while I'm here. Day 71, The Traitor's End. This is written by Xigbar. Syax had a hand in what went down at Castle Oblivion. Well, more like a whole arm, which means Axel was in on it as well. It's a fact that Xemnas ordered Axel to take out the traitors, orders which went through Syax. No specific names were given, but naturally, Xemnas knew who the turncoats were right from the get-go. Day 72, Human. The longer you know some... Oh yeah, so this is written by Axel. The longer you know someone, the less you need to speak in clear terms. Everything gets across with a wink and a nudge, and a little reading between the lines. When it comes to what befell our late comrades at Castle Oblivion, and Ubiquity suits me just fine. But the Keyblade Master and Roxas come out and say every little thing that comes to mind. Maybe that's human, or maybe they're just special. Day 73. What now? This is written by Shion. I lost the ability to use the Keyblade, and I have no idea why. I don't know what to do about anything. It happened suddenly, after Roxas woke up. If I can't collect hearts anymore, the organization has no use for me. This is terrible. Day 74. Shion's face. I think that you'll find this intriguing, Frodo. This is written by Axel. Honestly, I never got why Roxas was so crazy about Shion. I know they both joined up at around the same time, and they're both rookies, but how do you get so close to someone who hides their face all the time? Well, I saw it today. All of a sudden, number 14 up and takes off her hood. Shion is a girl, and she looks just like Naminé. Day 75. Gotta do something. This is written by Shion. Roxas has been coming along on my missions to help out since I can't use the Keyblade. Axel is covering for me, so I should be safe for now. But what am I going to do if I never get the Keyblade back? I can't lie forever. Day 94. All goes apace. This is written by Sayax. The hearts collected by Kingdom Hearts. Oh no, the hearts collected by our two Keyblade wielders, Roxas and Xion, have gathered together, and now almighty Kingdom Hearts waxes large in the night sky. Our efforts have come to bear fruit, nearly ripe for the plucking. All plans proceed smoothly, alarmingly so. In fact, though, this is no time to be deterred by paranoia. Day 95, my past. This is written by Xion. Neither Roxas or I have any memory of our human lives. I don't even recall my first days as a nobody. Roxas said that he was on the same, but I'm not so sure. For me, it's a total blank. I can't even recall the day I met Roxas or Axel. It's all a blur. Day 96, Friends. This is written by Axel. Xion regained her ability to wield the Keyblade. I don't know how or why. Maybe there's more to the Keyblade Master that they're not telling me about. I feel like I've been spending more time talking to Roxas and Xion lately than my old friend Sayax. This has to have been what it was like, friendship. Day 97, so bored. I don't entirely know, but so what I think is happening here is because, keep in mind, right? So, Axel, so Xion, Kairi, and Namine, if you have them side by side, their faces look the exact same, right? Like, it's only the hair that changes them. And Axel has never encountered so he has never encountered Kairi, right? Or seen her, I'm pretty sure. So he's going to draw he's going to draw resemblance to Namine. So I assume it's the same face that Roxas sees, yeah. Day 97. So bored. This is written by Demix. Every day it's work, work, work. I'm dead bored, and I'd kill for some vacay. Nobody needs his rest, am I right? And when I get it, it's gonna be nothing but me and my sitar. Sigh. Day 17. Him and Roxas. This is written by Zigbar. So this report, I want you to keep this one in mind because this is very heavy foreshadowing for Birth by Sleep. You won't entirely understand this one, but just try to keep it in your mind. This is written by Zigbar. Roxas is maturing at an impressive rate. His face, the way he handles the Keyblade, it's all exactly the same. The world seems so divided and alone, but there's always that steady thread there to connect them. And we nobodies can never escape the things we did as humans. So it goes. Day 118. You changed, not me. This is by Axel. Yes, he's talking about that guy that looks exactly like Roxas, yeah. Day 118, you changed, not me. This is written by Axel. Talking to Roxas and Xion always brings back memories of my human life when I was a kid. It's a weird sensation. I ought to be able to share all this with Sayax, but I just don't feel like it anymore. It's strange. But I'm content with just missing what's gone. I'm not the one who's changed. You did. Day 119. Hearts and Emotion. Watching that foolish beast flail about only deepens my disdain. Oh yeah, so this is written by a Zalden. Only deepens my disdain for humans and their incessant need to be pinned down by feelings. We became nobodies precisely to avoid the shackles of emotion. It was only later that we realized the scale of that loss, that something simply can't be done without a heart. Nonetheless, I can see nary a pleasant thing about it. Day 149. He's the sham. This is written by Shion. That man wearing the organization's coat, that jerk, he's too powerful. I can't beat him unless I get stronger. And I'm not the sham. I'm not. He is. He's the one pretending to be something he isn't. Day 150. Shion. Oh yeah, 150. I'm dealing with Shion. This is written by Sayax. As expected, the duplicate is starting to show its limits. The program showed promise, but a puppet is only a puppet. Something to be toyed with until it breaks. I am utterly lost as to what Roxas and Axel see in that thing. How best to dispose of it merits my consideration going forward. So I believe that Sayax sees a blank face, or he sees her with the hood up. Day 151. These dreams. This is by Shion. I wasn't ready to see Roxas again, but I can't help but compare us. We both use the Keyblade, but we're so different. Does he dream? It seems like that's all I do anymore. Last night I dreamt of the ocean. I was drowning. Day 152. This is by Axel. Roxas and Shion must have had it out over something. Knowing them, it's something dumb, but still. Watching them, it's like they're human. It's messing with my head. I kind of wonder if Roxas understood all that about the wrong buttons. I have the sense that a lot of it went right over his head. Alright, I'm gonna take a bit of a break here to eat somewhat. So yeah, I think I'm gonna end this stream after we're done reading this, but I think I'm gonna start Birth by Sleep tonight as well, if you're both okay with that. Yeah, I kind of forgot how short these were, because so like in the game, you get all of these secret reports at the very end. They they just they just throw them all at you. Yeah, we're pretty close to being done with these. I do think that you'll probably enjoy Birth by Sleep more than KH2 I'm thinking you might like Birth by Sleep more than KH2 Frodo. I think you'll care more about those characters. Oh damn, that's kind of sad. Well, that is part of the reason, yeah. So there was this show that was on Hulu. Well, it was planned to be on Hulu, and it was about the Ghost Rider, but it got canceled, which is pretty sad. I was kind of excited for that one. Oh my god. Man, like, I've grown to really like sparkling water. When I used to hate it. Day 153, this is written by Demix. I've got my new hit single. X-Face is always barking at me to work, but what's he expect me to do against a monster like that? I mean, stop and think about skill sets when you divide up the labor when you divide up the labor already. Day 171, the number 1 project. Oh, this is run by Sayax. Shion failed to complete its mission. If this continues, just destroying it and using the next replica as the duplicate would undoubtedly yield a higher grade copy. Number 1 was among the initial lot, which naturally raises questions about its capabilities. At present, it is nothing short of unbroken. I cannot fathom why Xemnas would want to keep it. Day 172, this is written by Axel. Meaning behind the words. There has to be something to what Sayax said. Why isn't she unqualified to be one of us? He said to just look at her, but at what? The face. The fact that she looks like Naminé? Shion and Naminé must be connected. Who's nobody is Shion anyway? What is Sayax hiding? Day 173. The Gamble. This is written by Luxord. I find myself envying the children. Perhaps some fundamental difference exists between those who became nobodies as adults and otherwise. The longer you have lived, the more you are positioned to lose with such a gamble. But a child can look forward, unafraid even in the face of immeasurable odds. I doubt they even see life as a gamble the way that we do. Day 174. Just a replica. This is written by Sayax. Shion continues to sleep. All analysis on its functions suggests no marked change. The copying appears to be working, but a replica is a replica. My latest reports to Xemnas on this netted me no clear answers. He simply stood smiling. At times, I find his thinking impenetrable. Day 193. Dreams or memories? This is written by Shion. I finally wake up just to pass out again? Why? Because I'm a failure? I dreamt the whole while I was out. It was something nostalgic, but what? Why can't I recall it? It could be a key memory from my human life. All I recall is the sound of the waves, gentle in the distance. Day 194, The Replica. This is written by Axel. I thought I'd never see the word replica again. Any rational man would realize the Riku replica was not likely unique. But I'm the only one in the organization who knew of his exceptional copying functionality, and that he ultimately formed a sense of self. The fact that I knew all that and still never noticed the truth behind Shion speaks to how remarkable a replica she must be. But my question remains unanswered. Who is she a replica of? A Naminé? A Kairi? Or perhaps someone entirely different? Why did the organization admit her into its membership? And why would such a fine replica fall unconscious or sporadically lose its command of the Keyblade? You mean if she has a vagina? I'm pretty sure she does, yeah. Because she's a girl, yeah. Day 224, Shion. This is written by Axel. Even if Shion is a replica, a puppet, she's still Shion. No? What did you mean? What did you mean? I understand that in my head, but how do I interact with her now? Riku replica was only a tool, but I can't just use Shion. No. I was wrong to just have used Riku replica in the first place. How is a man-made puppet any less worthy than a nobody that was never meant to exist at all? They're both ambiguous. Tenuous at best. And she's my friend. Even if neither of us should exist, that doesn't invalidate the bonds we form. Next break we get, I told her we'd all go to the beach. I hope we have the chance, our little summer vacation. I know if we can get together and laugh about stupid stuff, this nagging down will go away. Oh, I see. Okay. Day 225. Secrets about me. This is written by Shion. My body feels heavy and my head aches. I'm too busy dreaming to get any rest from sleep. Axel knows something. He's hiding some secret. It must be in Castle Oblivion. That's where I was born. Day 255. Final stages. This is written by Xemnas. Shion's appearance should vary based on the based on the relation of the viewer to her. Sayax sees her simply as a puppet. The program approaches completion. Through Roxas, Shion is assembling a copy of the hero of the Keyblade. As proof, she sometimes appears to take on his form to my eyes. Day 256, Who We Each See. This is by Xigbar. Shion's disappearance is fascinating. If she really is breaking from our control, it's a sign of her approaching the essence of the hero. It seems Sayax doesn't truly see her. I'm curious to know how she appears to the others. I see her as him, though I suspect that Xemnas sees entirely something else in her. Day 257 in the cards. This is written by Luxord. The air is charged, I feel it. You go out on a big gamble at a time like this, and you're going to lose out big. That said, it's betting against the worst odds that nets you the biggest win. I'm eager to see how this hand plays out. Day 276. Behind the Truth. This is by Axel. Shion is gone. Roxas still doesn't know anything, but Shion found out. That's why I have to find her. We don't have hearts, so we accept the facts that were given as truth. But something far more important lies behind that truth. Sayax would laugh at people with no hearts, calling one another friends, but that doesn't make it not so. As the nobody of the hero of the Keyblade and the replica of that nobody, these two are special. Unique in every sense of the word, but that doesn't change the fact that we're friends. Nothing will. Got it memorized, Shion? Day 277. True Agenda. This is written by Sayax. Axel and Roxas are up to something. No plot they concoct will change the fact that the organization has cast off Shion, though. Our plans have split, diverged, and advanced now to the next stage. The #1 project and the replica program merely paved the way. Our true goals lie elsewhere. Day 296, Hidden Truths. This is written by Xigbar. None of us really know everything that's going on in Castle Oblivion. Some rooms even Xemnas doesn't know about. Not many are even aware that Shion was born there. I wonder if the truth about that place will ever surface. Day 297, Contact with Riku. This is written by Axel. The man they're calling the imposter, that fake organization member, it's Riku. Roxas could very well recall that, somewhere deep in his memories. Still, it's too soon to report this. I need to know why Shion was with him first. If she's siding with the hero, it could easily mean her erasure. What are you planning to do, Shion? Day 298. Change of plans. This is by Sayax. Axel failed to report that the imposter and Shion are working together. Instead, that news came from Roxas. The boys far more easily handle than Axel, but now Axel has captured Shion and returned her to us. His motives are impossible to read. Our plans can be altered if necessary, but doing so can only delay the realization. Day 299, The Value of a Lie. This is by Axel. Roxas doesn't trust me after the whole Shion incident, but I can't tell him the truth yet, so I keep lying. It's no big deal when you're nobody. There's no guilt, no feeling at all, so why does it still sting, just a little, when I lie to him? All my dealings with Roxas give me this bizarre illusion of humanity. Day 300, Us and the Sunset. This is by Shion. We watched the sunset today, the three of us. I didn't think we'd ever be able to do that again. It's like that dream I had, the one where I was by the shore with Roxas and Axel, watching the sunset over the water. I just want to stay with them, but how? What should I do? Day 301. Shion or Roxas. This is by Axel. Shion was burning through missions at full tilt. She seems frantic. Why? I don't know. And speaking of, I still don't know what to say to Roxas. Even without my orders from Sayax, I do anything to stop Roxas from being erased. I just don't know if I can stand by and let that happen to Shion either. Day 321, My Place. This is by Shion. Axel's always helping me out, so I just assumed he would again. How long has he known about me? Maybe since long before we met in Castle Oblivion. But he told me to think for myself. I was so happy. But now, as it gets stronger, Roxas keeps getting weaker. I shouldn't exist anymore. They say that nobodies were never meant to exist, but I'm the real affront. But before I'm gone, I want to help Roxas and Axel, even just a little. I think the boy I saw today is the same Sora from my memories. Day 322, The Plan. This is by Xemnas. Be they a puppet or the hero's nobody, we merely need a functional Keyblade Master. The details are unimportant. The puppet has developed to a point where the hero of the Keyblade may be entirely redundant. Indeed, perhaps we ought never allow Sora to awaken. He can be controlled. He will rise up against us. We must move our agenda ahead with that firmly in mind. Day 352, What I Must Do. This is written by Shion. Riku gave me this time. Axel told me to spend it thinking for myself. The organization is determined to erase either me or Roxas. They'll never allow us to coexist. I love Roxas and Axel. I'm sure Sayax would scoff at that, call it a trick of my artificial memories, but the time I spent on the clock tower was real. I wish the three of us could stay together like this forever. But I have to end this. I'll never forget today's sunset. Even if Rox and Axel do, I won't forget. Day 353. A future that never was. This is by Axel. I couldn't tell Shion she was wrong, and I couldn't bring myself to end her. But it's either that, or I have to erase Roxas. There's no future where the three of us can sit around and eat ice cream. I know Roxas will never understand. I don't want to acknowledge it myself. Day 354, Where I Belong. This is by Shion. I wanted to see Roxas one more time, but couldn't. What would I say? Did I ever really exist? Even if not, I just hope that those times we spent watching the sunset were real. I know Naminé will tell me how to get back where I belong. I should hurry to go see her. Day 355, Mind. This is by Zigbar. The gears of Xemnas' plans have begun to spin a while since the loss of half of our membership at Castle Oblivion. The results are there, but can this state of affairs fairly be called a success? If Kingdom Hearts can be said to possess the mind of its own, it is surely rejecting Xemnas, no. Rejecting Xehanort. Roxas left the organization today. Day 356, Unforeseen Events. This is by Sayax. Our plans never accounted for the possibility of both Shion and Roxas leaving. How did this come to pass? When did Roxas grow strong enough to out-muscle me? What were you really after, Lee? We joined the organization at the same time and formulated our plan. At this point, it's only an idle fantasy. Everything changed, you and me. Day 357. To my best friend. This is by Axel. Roxas left. It's so like him to just leave that winter ice cream stick behind. Come tomorrow, I'll probably get the order to hunt him down, but leaving that here makes it feel so permanent. I wish the three of us? Three? No. That the two of us could share some ice cream again someday. That's what it is to be friends. The final entry. Day 358, Goals. This is by Xemnas. With luck, we can bring Roxas back into our fold, but even if Sora should awaken, as the hero of the Keyblade, he is bound to keep unlocking hearts. If he should come to target us, we need simply subdue him and use his powers ourselves once more. I must become one with Kingdom Hearts. I will become a higher existence. All my true ambitions begin there. And yeah, that's it for all of the reports and diary entries for 358. So with that said, because of how short that was, I believe that was less than an hour. So I'm going to actually start Birth by Sleep, but I'm going to have it on a separate stream. Because of copyright for the opening of Birth by Sleep, and just to make it more coherent. So I'm going to start this next stream soon here, in like a couple of minutes after I'm done eating. So I hope to see you two there, and yeah, so see you guys in a bit. Have a nice 5 minutes.